What's going on, YouTube? This is Trent from Truck Life Productions. I'm back with another video. Today I got a part. Now it's actually two parts because there's one for each side, but what this is this is going to end up being something for the truck that is a well needed part. Let's get into it. All right, so ordered it from Rock Auto. If you've ever ordered anything from them before, you know their parts are fairly decent priced. They send you a little refrigerator magnet. They send you, if you had to return it, it also has the packing list on it. Tells you about your order, what you got, and who it's going to. Bunch of bubble wrap. Quick steer. All right, so look here on the packing list. It looks like there's two of them, and it's made for my vehicle. Make sure that's right. Trying to see if it had a weight on it. Don't say what it is, but that's okay. All right, so we'll dig into these. And I advise anybody that decides to do a level kit to do this. Trying to do this in one hand. Alright, so what this part is, they're both exactly the same. This is a sway bar end link. Okay, so at the end of the sway bar, if you ever redone any of the bushings on a sway bar, usually the one down here at the bottom, which is inside of here, is like a grease fitting, or not a grease fitting, but a greased bushing. But the problem is some of them you can actually get where you can re-grease them, but some of them are just enclosed and pre-greased. Well, the one like on my truck is enclosed and pre-greased. So inside of here, which this is just a boot on here, but inside of there, there's a pre-greased boot, and it don't have a grease fitting, but this part up here is where it attaches up at the top of the sway bar, which I'm actually not going to be using them because I have polyurethane bushings on mine now that I'm going to reuse. But the problem is on the bottom down here on my truck, those boots are cracked and open. They don't have any grease anymore, so it's basically like metal on metal. And I want to get that fixed. That way it runs a lot better, and you know, whenever I'm hitting bumps and stuff, you won't hear like a sort of like a rattling noise or the metal on metal noise. But let me get this opened up, and we'll see. All right, so we're back. I got it apart again. I'm not going to use any of this because I have polyurethane bushings on mine already, so that's gone. But that'll be at the top where it mounts to the sway bar itself. And this part right here that was underneath this piece right here, this is the boot. It's got grease inside of it, and the one on my truck, it's all cracked up and it's no good anymore. But this is where it's actually going to connect into the lower control arm and bolt on, and then that'll be how that is. So let me get around to getting the old one off the truck and getting the new one on, and we'll go from there. All right, now we're under here. This is sway bar end link. If you see all the green or stuff in the back, it looks a little greasy. It is the CV axle boot actually got cut open, and so it's just the grease leaking out onto it. I will be getting new CV axles before long, and I'll be cleaning all this up as well too, so you know it'll end up getting more, but at the current moment this will just help it to where it won't it won't be needing to be changed right at the moment. But anyway, so what you'll need is you'll need a socket, because I gotta loosen up this bolt right here. You need something up here at the top. I got this dog bone wrench. I'm using this, it looks like a 18 millimeter. So let me get this off, let me get it on the breaker bar. And you also probably end up needing a hammer, because having to tap the sway bar upward. So let's get the breaking this bolt loose, and we will go from there. All right, so after you get the breaker bar on here, you put a wrench right here to hold that. It's slotted so that way your wrench will hold. Yeah, get it holding on to something, and then just start loosening it up. This is for the bottom. The same will be for the other side. And then up here at the top, you'll probably end up having to hold it right there while loosening that top nut. I don't think it's necessary right at the moment to have that up there, but you get the idea of what you need to do. This is on a 03, probably 03 to 05 Dodge Ram, or maybe the 03 to 09 Dodge Ram 1500 with the torsion bars. So you get an idea. Here at the top, you don't even have to put anything on the bottom part of it. Just get your wrench on it, start loosening it. I did have a little bit of a bigger dog bone wrench, as you've seen, but it just makes it harder to turn. This is one of them ratchet wrenches, and this shouldn't even be that tight anyway. All right, looks like it's starting to turn there. If you see this bottom piece, yeah, so once it starts doing that, then you had to get something on the bottom to be able to hold that and keep it from spinning. So if you want to, you could probably, you come back underneath the truck. If I'm not mistaken, you should be able to hold it right there in that same spot again, which that was an 18. And if you see the little slots I'm talking about, get it on there. And you may end up having to work with it a little bit, get it turned right until it finds the groove. Might have to turn it up a little bit more. And if you can't get it to fit in there, which it should, I think I just ain't getting it hooked up right. But anyway, if you can't do that, then just get you one on that nut right there. Either way, something to hold this sway bar link, keep it from moving. Once you get that done, get the other side done. Once you get them both done, then you should be able to just tap this with a hammer to pop it up. We'll go from there. I'll come back when we're at that point. All right, so once you get the top bolt off, you take the top little spacer off and the bushing, if you can get it off. Once you do that, you should be able to take right here and tap it up. Probably gonna be a little loud. So I'll end up getting it tapped up, getting that out of the way. I'll show you what it looks like, and then start putting the new one back on, put everything back together. All right, so I'm coming back on here. There's the old sway bar end links. I ended up getting them out. I did have to raise the truck up a little bit. But let me show you something here. This here is the end of it. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be nice and stationary like that one. So I think it's safe to say that those are broke. So I'll put the new ones on, and just checking out these bushings. put the new ones on, I'll go ahead and get, I'll probably put them bushings on that came with it, because these are a little bit squished, and they're not supposed to be like that. So let me get the other ones on, and we'll go from there. So I'm back. There it is. Same on the other side. Best thing I can tell you to do is to jack the vehicle up and put, and that's with the sway bar already tightened down. This sway bar will move a little bit, but it's very tough. But put that in first, tighten them down, get this lined up with the hole right here. Now it will be off a little bit, but lower the vehicle down slowly, and they'll start to go in there. And then once it gets a couple threads in there, you can go ahead and start the nut on it, and you can go ahead and lower the vehicle down. The sway bar won't move much after that, but as you start tightening up that bolt, it'll pull that sway bar down, and then you'll tighten them until they won't tighten no more, and you can snug them up, and that's how you know they're down. But gotta go get some gas for the mower, so this would be a perfect time for me to try it out. And thought the key was in it. I'm gonna go down the road, check out this tuner. I do got it set up now, so it does come on when the key is turned on. I was messing around with it a little bit yesterday, and the gauges, I'm gonna keep using the same gauges I got, but I'm not sure what order I want to keep them in, because I really don't want to have my trans temp and my coolant temp right close to each other. I mean, it makes sense too, but if I keep them separated apart, then I can keep an eye on one better than the other. I don't know, it's just the way that I kind of look at it. But I decided to go with the black background, like a silver theme, because that's what I'm gonna go with on the truck, so it just kind of matches. But put it in drive, and let's see if we made a difference. So the way that those sway bar end links are supposed to work is whenever I go over bumps, originally you would hear them things just popping like crazy. It would make a noise like, let me put my seatbelt on so that don't ding. But we ain't in Mexico. Okay, so what I was saying is that it would make like a clicking noise or a clunking noise basically. So let's see here. Oh, solid. Nothing. No noises whatsoever. That is amazing. I am so glad that I did this. It was a cheap fix. They were like 15 bucks a piece. Get them, put them on. It'll make a world of difference. I'll go down the road here a little bit more to another spot where I know they'll do it. And once we get to the gas station, it used to make noise going into the gas station. Once I get there, we'll pull in. I'll have the camera on, and you'll hear how quiet it is. So we'll see you there. We're pulling into the gas station. And nothing. Solid, quiet. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad I did this. It was beyond time for doing it, and I recommend it. If your sway bar end link bushings are bad and gone, or your sway bar end links are broke, replace them. It's a must do, and you need to do it. So that's all I can say about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.